Hey, this is Nevin with Disc It, and this week on the Disc It, we're doing something totally unique. We're bringing to you a very awesome, different type of Disc It recipe, and there's also going to be showing a different, brand new seasonings. This week's episode is sponsored by AlbuKirky Seasonings. Hey, this is Nevin with Disc It, and this week, as promised, we're bringing to you a very awesome special recipe. We got a guest chef in here, Kirk Muncrief. Kirk is the developer of AlbuKirky Seasonings, and he's also a customer of the Disc It Grill. So we'll have a little bit of history here. Kirk, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Nevin.
What are we going to cook today?
We're going to cook lamb meat pops with jalapeno mint sauce.
Now, I've never cooked lamb on the Disc It before, so this is going to be brand new, something totally exciting to me. Teach me how.
All right, great. I've got a rack of lamb here, and I took the lamb bones and I cut it between the bones to make like a little meat pop.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to put them on the disc. And of course, I season with my AlbuKirky seasonings on both sides.
Let me see some of that seasoning there.
There you go.
What do we got here? This is the product, you're making this here in town?
Yes, I am.
AlbuKirky, and AlbuKirky, K-I-R-K-Y, as in Albuquerque for the seasoning. So nice twist on the spelling for your hometown and your name, of course. So it's AlbuKirky seasoning barbecue rub. We're doing this rack of lambs. Well, if you could take a good close shot of that thing so all you at home can see the rack of lamb on the Disc It grill. Now, we actually have the Disc It on, what do you got, on low here?
Yeah, might want to crank it up a little bit.
All right, crank it up to about medium, you think? Or?
Yeah, medium's good.
Okay, so got a medium. You got 2, 4, 6, 8. So you got the rack of lamb, 8 pieces here. Tell me about the seasonings, everything you put in it. How'd you prepare it? What'd you do here?
Well, I started with this seasoning, just make it in my own kitchen. And what I makes it different is I put red chili in it. Mexico red chili, garlic, salt, pepper, and about 13 other seasonings to make it special. 13
other secret seasonings?
Secret seasonings that give it that extra taste. But you can definitely taste the red chili in there. It adds a nice little flavor, and you get that taste of New Mexico.
Nice. So your seasoning, basically, what'd you do? Just rub it on the rack of lamb? Is there any sauces in there?
I put the oil on there, rub the oil in a little bit, and then just liberally season each side of the chop.
What kind of oil?
Like a high heat oil, like a canola, peanut, something that won't burn in the disc.
Okay. And how long are we going to cook this for right now?
About 3 minutes on each side.
Okay. So while this is going, Kirk, I'm going to take a minute over here and we're going to jump into the Ask Nevin Anything section of this episode. Ah! Disc. Gotcha. This week's question of the day for the episode comes from Sherry and Amarillo. Sherry asks, Nevin, how do you guys come up with so many designs? It's neat that we have Kirk here because it's a prime example of why our library continues to grow of Disc It designs. Now, Kirk here ordered his Disc It, which was a skull request, and Kirk came to us and actually, we looked at your tattoo, didn't we?
Yeah, I have a tattoo and I wanted the tattoo made on my Disc It.
So we took a picture of his tattoo, incorporated that basically into the Disc It design, added it to the library. So why do we have so many designs? Because everybody likes something different. So I hope that answered your question, Sherry. Keep all them questions coming. We love having your questions answered on the Disc It cooking show. I hope we didn't scare you away with that one. Now that we finished the question of today's episode, we're getting back into Kirk's lamb, what'd you call it? Lamb pops?
Meat pops.
Meat pops featuring AlbuKirky seasonings. So we've got these things have been cooking on about 3 minutes per side, and now you're going to make me a sauce?
I'm going to make you the jalapeno mint sauce.
All right, well, educate me. What do we got to do here?
Let's move the lamb chops up a little bit to keep them to the cooler part of the disc.
Nice.
And I know you like it hot. How hot do you want it?
I like it hot.
Hot.
Bring it hot. So what do we have in there?
Just some chopped jalapeno.
Nice.
That'll be plenty. Not too much.
Now, we didn't add any butter or nothing in there. Do we need to put anything?
No, not yet, but I think I need a little oil.
Okay, a little bit of vegetable oil you're adding there?
Just a touch.
Is that about 2 tablespoons, it looks like?
Yeah, just about.
Okay.
I eyeball a lot of stuff.
Do it to taste. Look at all that. Jalapenos. And you dice those things up pretty fine, don't you?
I use my chopper. I was in a hurry. And now with the jalapenos are seared, you can smell them cooking.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Start adding
what do you got there?
apple mint jelly.
Apple mint jelly. Where do you get that at?
Walmart. If you don't have apple mint, you can just use apple jelly and put mint in it. But we're going to do both. I got some fresh mint for this too.
I've never seen apple mint jelly. Man, I sure learned a lot on this show. So you're just cooking that together with a little bit
just cook it down until it starts to melt and work in the jalapeno with it.
Okay. So we got, while you're doing that, just to recap again, we got the lamb pops, and you're just basically a rack of lamb you cut up.
Right.
And then you got the diced jalapenos, and you got the apple mint jelly.
Right.
And of course, that lamb is all seasoned and rubbed with a little bit of canola oil, you said, and your AlbuKirky Seasonings rub?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's it.
Now, all this stuff here will be listed on the PDF file below this episode here, where you can print out the recipe, you can save it to your library, you can save it and email it to everybody. All this instructions will be there with it, so you can take your Diskit experience to a whole new level by doing these rack of lambs at the house here. So while we're getting into this, and you finish up this sauce here, let me take a minute. We're going to touch on the Spotlight Diskit. This week's Spotlight Diskit is the Skull Diskit. We're releasing the Skull Diskit basically to show you what to be afraid of for Friday the 13th. You can see the skull pattern by going to the pattern section of the website, or you can search through several hundred other different Diskit designs. So now that we saw this week's Spotlight Diskit, the Skull Diskit, we got the apple mint sauce, we got the jalapenos. What else we need to put in this sauce to put on our lamb
The
chops?
last bit that we need to put in here is just a little bit of fresh mint. Add a little fresh mint flavor to the sauce.
So we got the mint in the jelly and then the mint separately. Nice.
And if you have some fresh rosemary, a little bit of rosemary in the sauce. Rosemary is always really good with lamb. And just stir it in a little bit.
And how long does this sauce need to cook now that it's got the rosemary and the mint in it?
The jelly's all melted. It's done.
Man.
So it's ready.
So now we'll just need to plate it. So you you just cover it over the lamb, or you dip the lamb in there? What do you do?
You can do both. I usually cover it, and then I also have a cup of sauce on the side to dip it in.
So this is, what do you call this? What's the official title of this episode?
I used to call them lamb meat pops with jalapeno mint sauce.
Lamb meat pops with jalapeno mint sauce. Man, let's try this out.
There you go.
Kirk Muncrief's AlbuKirky Seasonings, lamb pops.
Lamb meat pops.
Lamb meat pops with jalapeno mint seasoning. Cooking outdoors has never been better. Diskit.